Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hiya, fit like. My name is Myra Murison and welcome to my channel. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to show you my prayer plants collection this 2020. Last time I showed you my prayer plants collection was last year, September 2019. So there is a massive difference in my prayer plants collection. So I suggest you check out my prayer plants collection 2019 video and come back to this video after. You can click here now. Either way, the link is in the description bar. Anyway, aside from showing you my prayer plants, this video is going to be more of an update. I will leave all the links that are related to some of the prayer plants that I'm going to show here. I'm not going to give too much plant care advice on this video, so it's not too repetitive. I have prayer plant diaries dedicated to some of the prayer plants, so please check them out if you want to find out on how I take care of them in depth. However, some of the prayer plants I'm going to show you, I haven't done a prayer plant diary on yet, but I will continue with that in spring. And the reason I haven't put all of them into a video diary yet is because I want to share a whole year of the plants development with you, and some of them I haven't had for the full year yet. Okay, what a long intro. Without further ado, please subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate it if you do. Hit the bell to notify you every time I upload a video. Get your tea ready and let's get into this video. Okay, first meet my compact star. I still love this plant so much. She is massive and the leaves are longer now. As this plant is maturing, she is 2 years old, and as you can see, or if you notice, this leaf here is ripped. It was my fault because I was rearranging my plants and this one tangled with another plant, and when I lifted this, it ripped the leaf, but it's still okay. That's why I didn't remove it. And yeah, this plant is so pretty, and this is my very first Calathea or Geoppertia, and it's still alive and I couldn't be happier. My next is my Zebrina. I don't know guys, this plant is still having difficulty. Some of the leaves are still turning yellow. I just removed them the other day. I am trying to ignore the problem, but at the same time, I don't want to lose this plant. So right now, she is sitting on top of the plant stand and it is receiving more sunlight. Maybe it will perk up somehow. We'll see. But I will definitely update you again. But at the moment, I don't have any thoughts about this plant. So let's just appreciate her stunning foliage. Okay, next is one of my wonderful plants, my Mosaica. She's still alive, hurrah! But anyway, she has been sitting in my plant room. She is so happy there. It produced new leaves but also lost a few leaves. However, it's doing great. And do you believe I haven't watered this plant for months? And yes, it's true. The soil is still moist, so I barely water this. And it is receiving medium light most of the time, so the soil takes a while to dry. And I'm really happy that this plant is so resilient. It's the most easiest prayer plant to look after by far, at least for me. As you can see, her leaves are massive, so pretty. I love this plant so much. It still has the old leaves, like this one here. Just a little browning on the leaves, but aside from that, this plant is so happy. I love this plant so much. Alright, next is my Maui Queen. She is massive and thriving. I'm so glad I repotted her into big pot. She is more than happy, despite the leaves having a little difficulty. As you can see, the margin or the edge of the leaves has crispiness. However, I'm not complaining because this plant is thriving non-stop and the leaves are massive as this plant is maturing. This plant was blooming this summer. It's pretty amazing, and if you want to see what the flowers look like, I suggest you check her repotting video. And I don't know why the leaves are turning like this. I have done so much trying to prevent this, but with zero success. I just have to live with it, and the plant itself seems not to be bothered about it. In fact, it's thriving, so I just have to go with the flow. Okay, next is my Leopardtina. She's a beauty. Since I repotted her, she is more than happy. No more yellowing leaves, and she is thriving non-stop despite the cold season. And she was flowering this summer despite her condition last time. More details here, and I just love this prayer plant to pieces. Her leaves are just stunning. And yeah, I have no more word for this plant, so let's just appreciate her beauty. Next is my Albertia Eye. This plant, we are like a yo-yo. I keep moving this plant to keep this happy and alive. It was in my living room, then I moved it to my bathroom. She has been happy since then. And now back to my living room because it's so cold now in our bathroom. And this plant was struggling again. And yeah, the leaves are still not perfect. There's nothing I can do about it. She has been receiving rainwater every time I water this. I guess it's just the nature of this plant that there's nothing I can do about it. As long as the plant is happy, that's all that matters. And I still love her cartoony foliage. Next is my beautiful Maranta, fascinator tricolor. She's still thriving and still in a small pot. I'm so happy with this plant and I don't have any problem with this at all. There are brown tips on some of the leaves, but the majority has none, so I'm pretty chuffed. I think Maranta in general is one of the easiest prayer plants to take care of out there, at least for me, because there's nothing I can fault about them at all. And I really love the fishbone pattern. So unique. Next, meet the only estromante I have in my prayer plants collection. She is doing so well in our bathroom despite the cold temperature. She has definitely settled down since I moved this into our bathroom. And yeah, I have no more words to say about this plant, so please check out her diary if you want to find out more details and how I take care of this prayer plant. So yeah, link in the description bar. And needless to say, this plant is more than happy. I removed a couple of dead leaves just yesterday, but this plant is still doing okay. It's winter season, so what can you do? So I'm really happy that this plant is doing so well. Okay, here's another prayer plant that is easy to take care of. Again, at least for me. This Orbifulia is very forgiving. Sometimes I left the soil too dry and it's still happy as Larry. And yeah, if you don't know what's up with these brown edges, please head on to my Orbifulia's diary video. Full details are there. But anyways, so far this plant has no signs of difficulty this winter. Same thing last winter, and I think this plant seems not to be bothered with cold season at all. So hopefully she stays the same. Fingers crossed. Okay, the rest of the prayer plants that I'm going to show you, I haven't done a diary on at all. Like I said earlier, I want all my prayer plants to experience the whole year before I sit down and do a diary video. But thank God all these plants are fine, and I'm not going to give away too much information here because I want to save it for my prayer plants diary. But so far, they are coping well. First up is my Carciobiana. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but it's also well known as the rabbit's foot. She's doing well. And like I said, Maranta in general, I find them so easy to take care of. But with this plant, some of the leaves had brown tips when I received it, and some of them occurred along the way. But this is more than happy here in my living room. It's very forgiving plant. The foliage is pretty cool. I really like the dark pattern. So yeah, I just love Maranta in general. Okay, next is my Orbifulia, one of the most popular prayer plants out there. There isn't too much difference in this plant since I bought it. I've lost a couple of leaves as they were browning, and as you can see, some of the leaves has brown edges. But the good thing is that this Orbifulia is quite resilient. As soon as I remove the dead leaves, it produces new leaves. So it's only a matter of time before this plant grows big, especially the leaves. I want to see them growing massive. So yeah, I can't wait. I just love their stunning foliage. Okay, next, meet my Variegated Corchabiana. I got this from my niece. It was a cutting when I received this, and now it has produced new leaves, which is pretty cool. I was so happy when I received this, and it's doing so well. I would say though the variegation is not very pronounced, but saying that, this plant is only receiving medium light most of the time. Maybe if I put this in direct sunlight, it will develop more variegation. So yeah, she's so pretty. Okay, next is another Maranta. Meet my lemon lime or lemon and lime. But oh my god, I was so beyond excited when I received this from my niece. She gave me 2 cuttings and I lost 1. But this leaf is a healthy one, that's why it is surviving. And as you can see, it now has a new leaf. Until now, this plant is still expensive online, and it's still considered uncommon or rare plant. And I can't find this in our local garden center at all. I am hoping one day I can catch one. Maybe I have to go to Inverness maybe next year. I hope the COVID-19 is done in 2021. Hi, this one is so special for me because since I discovered prayer plants, I always wanted to have this, but unfortunately, it's still considered rare here and it's really pricey if you find it online. But my friend Adele from Lifeaholic, she granted my wish. So here she is, meet my one-of-a-kind white fusion prayer plant. And oh my god, this plant looks fake in person, and I swear to God, it's one of the easier prayer plants to look after. All I do is just water this when the soil is dry, and that's it. I just leave it alone and it's happy. I divided this, it didn't throw tantrum at all, thank goodness. And this plant is so tiny. I really love the white variegation. I think white and green leaves are the perfect combination. I just love this plant so much. And I removed a couple of dead leaves just the other day because I think this one is definitely feeling the cold season. But it seems to be fine. I love it so much. Last but not least, it's time to meet the bad one. Such a beautiful plant, but it's the worst prayer plant in my collection. I have tried to save this so many times, but still no sign of success. So yeah, here it is, my Ornata. I have had this plant since last year, and it's been struggling since the winter of last year. It was growing tremendously during the summer, then boom. This plant doesn't like the cold season at all, and it hasn't recovered since then. One by one, the leaves are just turning crispy. I'm just waiting for the spring to approach again so I can dissect this plant and put it in a smaller pot. I could have done it a long time ago, but you know. So these are my prayer plants collection 2020. I don't know if I can add another prayer plant to my collection. I would love to, because I have a couple of plants that I am still eyeing up, and that is Variegated Eye and Albertia. Also, there's a lot of Maranta plants that keep popping up in my Pinterest that has insane foliage that I've never seen before. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Have a great Christmas. Bye!